Hello Pisces, this is your 2021 tarot reading, and we have dice that has the planets and the zodiac signs on there, so this is another form of divination. And we have angel cards, and we'll see what pops up for you guys for 2021. So as always, you just set the highest intention for yourself. Take what works for you, take what does not. You are setting the intention for yourself. This is a message, and you take and you leave what you don't want, right? And the most important thing is that what I like to do, and I think is a good idea, is having a calendar. And if you're interested, that's why you're here, in tarot and astrology and all this mystical type of stuff, right? Take notes of all the powerful alignments happening. The most strong one that everyone's concerned with is Saturn squares Uranus, but we've survived 2020, so we can handle this and we can, you know, stay focused. I intuitively feel that if we stay focused, regardless of what the topic is, things will tend to work out better. But as far as this square of freedom and power and structure and new ways of doing things and finding that balance in between, and it being a 5-year with the Saturn squares Uranus, if we stay focused, we can have, you know, a very positive year or even a better year than we expect. So astrologically, 1 to 10, you guys should have about a 5-year. Okay, and you can bump that up, like I said, by the alignments. So 4 of Cups, making that the best choice first, right? The other 3 can come after that. Page of Swords wants to jump out with confidence. Okay, so setting the highest intention, divine connection, archangels, guardian angels, spirit guides, higher self. Just setting that positive. Oh, 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups, man. I'm telling you, this 2 of Staves is getting its shine on. 7, 10, 11. We have 2 cards. Okay, I like this. This is hot. This is good. Okay, so Pisces, it's all about making decisions, okay? And I'm looking at your astrology right now. And of course, the biggest alignment for you is Jupiter. What is Jupiter doing again? I've been saying this all day. Jupiter enters Pisces May 13th to July 28th. That's the big one for you. Okay? So your main idea, your main thought, your main goal, your main projection for this year, okay? Your main message for this year, the heart of your matter, okay, is your 4 of Cups that dropped out while I was shuffling. So this 4 of Cups, and the Page of Swords was out. So keep the Page of Swords in mind. Write that down, look it up, see what it means for you. The confidence, okay? The power of your words too, okay? The page, let me think about the page, is your potential. It's kind of like your potential, but the message, your message, right? It's your message. And it's your reasoning in your message. The energy you put behind everything that you do, and your willingness to think about it, be curious about what it is that you're going after, and be confident about it. But your main message this year is your 4 of Cups, okay? You care passionately about what is important to you, but remember to pick the best solution first, and the other 3s will fall into place. Your challenge is going to be the 6 of Pentacles, though, okay? And it's your money, it's your growth, okay? That is your giving and your taking, how generous you are. So be mindful with how generous you are, how you're giving, the material aspects of your life. So your give and take. So just be mindful of how you're spending money, how you're going about the year, right? And how this is lining up. Pisces, right? Virgo, okay. So it's not like your opposite sign is Virgo. So it's going to be like a 5-year for you. For some of you, it might be a 4 out of 10. So just be mindful of how you're using your money and how you're projecting yourself and your ideas in the future. Knowing where you're going is going to help you, okay? you're going to have to see how you want to move forward, how you're moving forward. Do it creatively, be careful about it, be wise about it, have a backup plan, have a vision, but know that you're going to have to put a lot of energy into how you're moving forward this year. Just playing it safe, being careful. It can be a good year for you. It's really about you knowing what it is that you want to do. Okay, being mindful with your give and take, how you're using your money is going to be very important. Okay, it is, how do you want to grow? How do you want to grow this year, right? The adversity and challenges of last year, but how do you want to grow? And the opposite of this would be the fears, right? Your fears. So how are things not blossoming? I can't say it. Blossom. I can't say it. Blossoming. I can't say it. How are things not growing for you? So this worry and this fear is kind of like not having a real direction or knowing how you're going to go about a particular problem. That was in the past. So it was really a lot on your mind. Even though you might have put your best out, there was still behind the scenes a lot of things that were switching up, so you had to just make adjustments. Some of you might have lost a lot of weight, some might have gained, but I can see some of you losing that weight, or just really putting things that's priority first and really trying to make the best choices that you can. And it's been a learning experience, a learning curve for some of you in the past, but pushing forward in the future, it's going to be about how you work and working smart and having things more prepared. So, this is like your long-term plan. Keep in mind what your long-term plan is. Know what your goals are. Know where you want to go. Know why you want to go there. Take good advice. Keep in your top of your mind that you are the most important thing, especially if you're a single person. And if you're in a relationship, just make sure that the balance that works best for you is still kept. And you might have to make some adjustments like you had 6 months ago, but starting the new year fresh, it's all about really setting your intention. And I feel like a lot of Pisces are going to be vibing on this, because if you've been ignoring your spirituality and your spiritual power and your spiritual connection, you're going to really get into it in 21, 22, and 23 this year. And by 26, you guys are a lot of Pisces are just going to be really in more balance with themselves. So give yourself a 10-year plan of your goal that you want for yourself, and you can make it happen. Boom, boom, boom. It's the journey. It's kind of like the moon card, where you're going to move ahead. You can't see everything clearly, but you know everything will reveal itself. Well, this angel is saying it's all about timing. It's all about balance. It's all about making that long journey plan. Don't expect everything to happen fast and quickly. But when it comes to your survival and your love, your passion, everyone wants to love what they do, but sometimes you can like your job, but you can make the best of it. And that's the miracle in it. When you make the best of where you don't want to be, you open up a path quicker for where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? And don't lose sight of where you want to be or what works best for you. So you're going to prepare ahead of time. That's what your future will need of you this year, is to be prepared, be ready. What we should have learned from Capricorn is how to be ready. There's always a positive aspect in every sign. It's like, how can we learn to be ready? And the Pisces that live the best life is the ones that really find the power within themselves, solo, and also have the best partnership or living situation for them. I've had a lot of conversations with Pisces. I won't say a lot. The few that I've had was meaningful and very insightful. And when they trust their intuition, they know they win. And when they put themselves in the right living situation or the right financial dynamic, they win. They feel more relaxed in their mind, more free. It's all about, what is your essence? What is your energy? What is your vibe? And when you connect to what is right for you, you're always winning. Doesn't mean that life will be perfect, but it means that you're putting yourself in the right spot and things end up working greater for you. What is the suggestion? Is divine connection. having your spirituality, your faith, your belief, that inner connection to what works best for you. The Ace of Cups, I love the Ace of Cups, the potential of divine intervention, creation, inspiration. It's like that deep connection of your compassion and that close connection to divine, your emotions. That's going to fuel all of this creation within you into compassion, into love, into balance in your emotion, and really filling yourself with a lot of love this year. Connect to Venus that doesn't have any retrogrades. So connect to the positive aspects and also the negative aspects, because you can learn from the negative aspects too. Because I kept saying in the videos, connect to the positive aspects. But if you're always looking at the positive things, you're never going to learn. You need a balance of the yin and yang. So any aspect that Venus is in this year, learn from it. And also Mars as well, but Venus for sure. So that's the suggestion, is divine connection, having faith in yourself, not blind faith, but just having positive faith in yourself. These candles started melting, so I had to put them in this container here. I was like, no, I ruined my white cloth. I'll fix it later though. Darn. Where am I? Okay. So what you need to know is the King of Wands is coming out, and then this position could be how others see you. Others see you as someone that can make things possible, right? But be mindful of how much you're giving. If you're letting your goodness take over giving too much, just remember that you really have to understand this Six of Pentacles, okay? You have to understand growth. You have to understand generosity, charity, and giving, and not being on too much on one side. Then you're going to truly experience the five. Is it the Five of Pentacles? Because that one, when I was shuffling for you guys, that one popped out too. So just be mindful of giving too much where, you know, you don't have anything left, right? And that's what it is, you know? Yeah, where you don't have anything left, right? It is the Five of Pentacles. That's the adversity that you could face, right? So just be mindful, because when I shuffled for you guys before, it did drop a Five of Pentacles. So that was a powerful main message for you this year, okay? So that one intuitively I know, because the Six shows up as your challenge, okay? So you have to be mindful of that. People see you as a King of Wands, of making things possible and staying focused and switching up when you need to be, and you know, having a vision for yourself, and anything that you put your mind to, you can win. You can be successful at it. You are. But what you need to know is that you need to keep this energy going. You know, another trick in astrology is if you are your sign and you have power in that sign, but sometimes you can look over to your opposite sign for guidance. And if there's a person that you admire, their strength or the way they do things, find out what their zodiac sign is and what are the positive attributes of that, or just vibe on that essence of that person. You're not copying them. What you're doing is recognizing that behavior, that personality, and then say, okay, I know I have that within me, so then what are words to describe that? And then write it down. And then the King of Wands is kind of like a chameleon too, where they can project themselves with their fire, with their creativity to get there. So that's what you need to know. Be creative this year. Any kind of fears, hopes, and dreams, or any kind of warning, the King of Cups is warning you, or it's guiding you, or it's letting you know of any fears or hopes that you have. This king has authority, okay? This king is the king of your emotions. So be calm, be collected, be cool, have a balanced emotion, okay? Be balanced this year in your emotions. Really think things through, because that's what the eclipse are going to be about, is about how we think and the quick and big sudden changes that can happen based on how we're thinking. So be mindful that you don't project your fears. Be mindful that you're guided in the most positive way to be calm and have an authoritative essence about you. It doesn't mean that you know it all or you're all that or you have all the friggin' answers. It just means that you're slow to react and you're going to think about what you're doing so that you can have the best outcome for this year. You have two final potential outcomes. The Judgment card, okay, not being harsh on yourself. Others will judge you, but that's just coming from jealousy because you're overcoming your fears of the past. You're being proactive. You're not giving out your money freely. You're, some of you might be in the love me, pick me, let me be the one, kind of mode. Love me. And you have a good heart. You're a water sign. Like, you're friggin' awesome. But remember that anything that you feel lack within yourself, you try to find it in someone else, that's not going to work. That's why this card is about don't be judging yourself so hard, reinvent yourself, but also know when you need time to really look at things. That's why the eclipses are going to be powerful for you to align with. Especially Taurus is one because it's an earth sign. All the other ones are fire. Sagittarius twice, Gemini once, and Taurus once. For the Taurus is the second lunar eclipse. I've been doing this so long. I'm like, hey, I remembered it. You're like the last video, so of course I remember most of this. But it's 8. 8 is a balanced number. You want to create a cycle of fluidity, of this balanced emotion. But when something is off, you need to distance yourself from it. You need time to think, and you need to get balanced again. This is a change that needs to happen, right? So you would tend to want to review whatever didn't work out. Some kind of disappointment in a relationship, okay, or the way you went about something. Maybe you were in charge of something and it didn't work out that way, because you have two kings. You have fire and water. So you have the responsibility to make the judgment call for yourself. So just be mindful of that and use the eclipses that's coming up. That will benefit you, okay? So it's a good year, but everything that I've said already, you heard it. Like, just be mindful and give yourself time and sit in your own power. Sit in your fire. Know when to act, when not to act. Sit in your emotions. Know when and what emotions to use. What planetary and zodiac signs is easy for you to work with or learn from this year? Gemini and the sun. So Gemini, look out for Gemini full moons and stuff like that. You can tap into that, even though you are a water sign. With all this Mercury retrograde, the communication will help. The third house, look into that. Okay, the sun signs, even with Aries and just the sun, you can learn from the self, working on the self. That's going to be important this year, okay? Very, very good, okay? What? Woohoo! No, don't go far away. I don't want to get up. Okay. What zodiac sign will be most difficult for you to work with, and what planet, but you can still learn from? Okay, Scorpio and the sun again. So there you have it. The sun is the self, the I am energy, the creating the self, creating who you want to be. And I think it's more of an authority of yourself and your emotions, where it comes to your money and being prepared and having a plan, maybe having a 10-year plan. You can break those down to a 2-year or 5-year, and a 10-year, but you having a plan for yourself this year. Study the sun symbolism, the sun, the first house. That might be really a challenge for you. And Scorpio, maybe doing things on your own, or being the positive and the negative aspects of Scorpio, clashing with a Scorpio that's very very strong in their opinion of something. Learn from that. Learn from maybe doing things on your own or doing it your way. That could be a lesson learn that you need to master, okay? So maybe doing certain things on your own, or figuring it out, or developing that inner strength to teach yourself something. All right, let's see what angel message is there. Angel message, a message for Pisces for the year 2021. This one is sticking out. Miracle of nature. Thank you, angels, for helping me to reconnect through nature and fresh air. So definitely connecting, I think, with water. Like what I vision when I see nature for you is like a koi fish, like a koi pond or water, or a garden, like a pond garden, you know. And that card has popped up before, and I'm going to shuffle again, you know, to see what's also another message. This is like a great meditation for you, like a pond, nature type of thing, water meditation. Okay, so just viewing it, looking at it, you know. So here we go. Never fall asleep in water. That's never good, right? So water safety, but meditating by gazing, you know, that can be good. And then what's another angel message for Pisces 2021? Yes. Ooh, self. Okay, love and accept yourself. Thank you, angels, for loving, guiding me to self-acceptance, loving and accepting yourself. Even if you feel confident, confidence is a daily work and a build-up, because, you know, people that don't love themselves hate it when other people are trying their best. Let's pick another one. Pisces. Message for Pisces, angels. 2021 year. Okay, new beginnings. Thank you, angels, for opening up the door to change. I am ready. Be ready to change. Be ready for it. Accept it. Be there. Be in it. You know, you are ready for that change when things change up. The other card that was there is move your body. Thank you, angels, for motivating me to move my body and energy. And those three cards are very powerful messages this year, but I feel like pulling another one for you guys. Move your body, right? And that movement builds endorphins and happy feelings. So that's good. I think you guys got the most of the oracle cards, so no hating anyone. Okay, so your astrology reading, we know, I'm just going to go over the big astrological, you know, happenings, events of 2021. Age of Aquarius, which is all this hope of a new era, with Saturn and Jupiter always meeting up to mark a new decade in an air sign. We're starting in Aquarius, the sign right next to you. So that happens right before you. So it's a hope of, hopefully we can take some of the things that work, that Saturn governs, right? And we have that beautiful structure and not too much of it, but then implementing it with the qualities of the air sign, which is more free flowing and is supposed to be better for humanity and not so greedy and more creative and just better, right? and it's awesome that it starts out in Aquarius, because Aquarius always feels like they're born behind the times. Like they'll sit and go, why are we still doing this? This does not work. Why are people still doing this and it doesn't work? It's not good. It's not balanced. Why are we still doing this? And that air energy is like, why are people being stupid? Like, why can they just do what works? Why the greed? You know, so it's just ridiculous. So, you know, hopefully we can move forward to that. Venus and Mars conjunction happening June 27th to July 21st is another beautiful aspect. So we can really balance our Venus energy or Mars energy, relationships, love, self-love, all of that jazz. The Mercury retrograde is all about just observing and really taking in what each of these signs represent that has it. This Mercury retrograde, which is Aquarius, is going to be strong in Gemini, because Gemini is ruled by Aquarius, and Libra. So I'll read those later on. And then the eclipses in Sagittarius and Gemini, and also one in Taurus. Okay, so the biggest reading for you guys, I'll scratch that first. You guys are going to have a good year if all goes well. November and December is going to be really a good month for you guys. March and April is set to be a good month for you. Love is good, friendship and your passion is good, meeting new friends, cutting off relationships that need to end. Work, you want to keep that steady. Some of you will change jobs and go back to your regular jobs, but you'll have to switch up. It's going to be like a 5-year for Pisces, so it's going to be pretty okay, pretty good. a lot of soul searching this year, going within, a lot of meditating, and a lot of dream work will be very powerful for you, and a lot of work on self. And that has to do with that Jupiter enters Pisces on May 13th to July 28th. Really take advantage of that in your sign. Your psychic intuition will grow. I intuitively feel like this will be a big jump in benefit for the year 2025, looking further ahead. I don't know why, I just got that. So take it, leave it, whatever, throw it away. Prosperity, luck, just wherever this Jupiter in Pisces shows up for you, and we'll review that later on. But that's going to be a great alignment for you guys to tap into. The huge alignment is Saturn and Uranus, the tension and the friction of that happening 3 times in the year: February 17th, June 14th, and Christmas Eve, December 24th of the year 2021. So it's like great. So this is like a tension between freedom and doing what has been proven to work, which is Saturn's area, and then Uranus saying, hey, let's free it up. Let's, you know, there can be some movement here that could, you know, move things forward in a better way. So it's just balancing that. But if we stay focused and really pay attention to what's right for the highest good, this transition can be a positive one. Even though it's a tension and friction, it's a figuring out 3 times in the year. So see what will happen personally in your life and globally at these 3 different squares, okay? And the lunar eclipse is a time of big change, sudden change, a time for people to think and to rethink and to realize unexpected changes. So when you have a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse, you want to make sure that you're not feeling rushed around that time, that you give yourself enough space and enough time to do things that you need to do. May 26th in Sagittarius is a lunar eclipse. November 19th in Taurus is a lunar eclipse. The lunar eclipse is strong emotions, really time to really think about how you emotionally react to things, how you think of things. It's a real self-search in the emotions. The solar eclipse is more self, okay? It's more your growth and you looking at yourself, that I am energy, and how you can ground yourself and really rethink things and make a big positive end to something or a new change, right? So this is June 10th in Gemini and December 4th in Sagittarius. On the bigger scale, these 3 different signs, because it's Sagittarius, Taurus, Sagittarius twice, right? Taurus once and Gemini once. So you'll see big changes in words, in the meaning of words, how we use words, law, communication, travel, okay? The new moons and full moons, really tap into those, and especially the ones that's in your element. So you can use those to really channel, meditate, and give yourself, you know, clarity and direction. The next big thing that I want to say is it's a 5-year. So if we're looking at this in numerology, it goes along with the Saturn squares Uranus to me, okay, aspect, because the 5 has to do with you showing your emotions, showing what you're about, and you're expressing yourself. This could be good or bad. It's about, I like to look at it as in elements: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. It's like we can balance these emotions within us and manifest something better for ourselves. So it's about keeping the balance. It's about changes, and hopefully it's a positive one. It's about how we move forward, because it's emotion that has to be directed. The 5 is about emotion. 5 can be about adversity when it comes to tarot, like conflicts, tension. 5 can be disagreements that we have. 5 can be regrets and loss, or it could be worry. It could be poverty. It could be how generous can we be. So it's really working past the stability of the 4-year of 2020. Certain stabilities were shook, you know, certain things became stable for good or bad, or shook up, you know, the stability of things. So now if the 5 is looking at balancing these energies, you can look at it in a positive way too. So it's the yin and yang. So it's like it's a molding, it's a shaping. And I think now going into the Aquarian age, we kind of have to get out of the good and the bad and realizing that it's the energy we put toward things and how we do things that make it a positive or a negative change, right? The 5-year is about the path we're taking. Like I said, it's moving forward, but how it's a motion. It's motion, right? But how is it going to move, right? It's energy that has potential. And in some definitions, the 5 is adversity. In other definitions, it's about a balancing of all the 5 elements and all of that energy, earthly power, or celestial powers, if you will. But the 5 can represent the air energy, which is Aquarius, and it also can associate itself with Jupiter and Mercury. So the Mercury retrograde, I think, is kind of like not getting as much attention as it should, because the Mercury energy is going to make big changes around those 3 Mercury retrograde, I feel. And the Jupiter enters Pisces is going to make a big effect in May, because May has Gemini retrograde and it also has Jupiter enters Pisces, right? May has that. Okay. So those are big ones, okay? And May also has a lunar eclipse in Sagittarius too, okay? So that's a big time, and the Jupiter and Mercury and the free will, the free think is always important, because as creatures we are at core animals. Animals like to roam and go where they want to go. They don't want the restriction, right? It's the way that the earth has kept evolving and growing, and just life, food. It's like if there was any restrictions, then certain things just wouldn't grow and flow naturally as it should. So this 5-year energy is going to be about the expression and where the motion is going to go, where this energy is going to move. So it has potential to create, but it's about really staying focused and balance. Okay, so Pisces, that's your reading. So definitely Jupiter enter Pisces, big for you guys. Work on your Venus. Venus, Mars and Venus conjunction is going to be big for you guys. And yeah, that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys take notes and this works along with the goals and positive intentions that you have for yourself. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Please subscribe, click like. It really helps us on this YouTube platform. Thank you.